Have you ever gone to the movie theaters and then you come out of the movie thinking as if you are still in the movie, as if you were one of the characters, or if you were by chance in the same plot? You're thinking, what would Spider-Man do here? Let me shoot some webs. That happens because your mind has just been absorbed in this completely different environment, one that quite frankly isn't real, and what you had just watched and heard, it lingers with you. This is actually a common tactic that movie makers use to keep you more and more drawn into the movie, more and more engaged with the movie, and it is extremely dangerous. And it is not just movies. It's music, it's podcasts, it's books, it's TV shows, social media. Whether you recognize it or not, these things just keep sucking you in and sucking you in. Have you ever heard of the phrase, what goes in must come out? You know who first said that phrase? Jesus. Well, maybe not in those exact words, but the message was sure still the same. In Matthew chapter 15, Jesus says, don't you see that whatever enters the mouth goes into the stomach and then out of the body? But the things that come out of a person's mouth come from the heart, and these defile them. For out of the heart comes evil thoughts, murder, adultery, sexual immorality, theft, false testimony, and slander. Jesus is saying here that everything we do comes from the heart, and therefore we must guard it. Guarding your heart means being intentional with what you allow into your mind, into your heart, and into your life. The things you watch, the music you listen to, the books that you read, the conversations you have, the people you surround yourself with, all of these things are influences on your thoughts and your desires, and eventually your words and your actions. Think of your heart like a garden. Whatever seeds you plant, whether they're good or they're bad, they will grow. And if you just keep watering them and watering them and watering them with the same old junk water, dirty water, right? They're only going to grow deeper and stronger. And if you consume things that are not God-honoring, then you can expect that in 3 to 5 business days, you too will be doing some things that are not honoring to God. And some of you might be subscribed to Prime, right? And it might be presenting itself in 48 hours or less. The point is that the things that you consume shape your life. That is why it is so important to protect it. In Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23, it says it best. It says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. What you allow to take root inside of you, inside of your heart and your mind, it shapes who you become. It's important to surround yourself with influences that point you toward God and that are God-honoring, like Christian music, Christian books, Christian movies and podcasts, and a community that models a Christ-like behavior. It's important to avoid media and certain situations that may stir up unhealthy desires, such as anger or lust or materialism. Be intentional about what you watch, what you are listening to, and what you engage with daily. Small, consistent choices over time, like these, build a heart that is resilient and focused on God. Because the truth is, the more that you consume this stuff, the harder it's going to be to resist the temptations that inevitably come from it. So before you watch or listen to something, ask, is it worth watching or listening to blank if I am just going to have a hard time trying to fight the temptation that I know will come from it based on the temptation that came from it in the past, or things like these. Guarding your heart requires intentional, daily action. You must pre-decide every day what you are going to choose to allow in your heart, in your mind. Evaluate the media that you consume, the conversations that you have, the environments that you spend your time in. Set boundaries in relationships and be mindful of the company that you keep, that you are surrounding yourself by, because the attitudes and behaviors around you influence your heart. And then lastly, but not least, develop a rhythm of prayer and scripture reading to stay focused on God. And consider accountability partners or small groups to provide support and encouragement. This week, I challenge you to cut out one thing. Just one thing, one show, one app, one artist, one conversation, one habit that you know is going to pull you away from God. And be intentional about what you let in your heart, and just watch how choosing what is good and God honoring will change your life. It will actually strengthen your self-control and help you stand firm against all temptation.